Will Mercedes Moné go back to back? Mercedes Moné, she is in the finals of the Owen Hart tournament, and she will face Maya World, who upset Athena on Collision. And this is interesting here because, as you guys know, me and Eric, we have been adamant about Mercedes Moné in her run in AEW, and how great, and it's how it kind of did a 180. You know, I talked about how she did a 180 when it came to the whole idea of working with Harley Cameron. That was a great thing. That kind of brought Mercedes back into a lot of people good graces. And then, like I said, her match with her feud with Toni Storm, I thought was actually good. The match was great, and what she was doing, she kind of eventually found her footing in AEW, and it was good to actually see. Now she will be facing off against Maya World, who did defeat Athena, and it's really fun to see because Maya World's a young wrestler, a young up and coming wrestler, and her and Mercedes, you know, she looked up to Mercedes. She really did. She did, and it's good to see because you guys can see from here. Wrong clip. Bump that, guys. Sorry, wrong clip. But her and Mercedes were actually friends. Hey, Noda King, I'm not facing anybody at Night of Champions. Thanks for tuning in, man. So when it comes to Mercedes, it's interesting because the whole thing was that Mercedes is still trying to capture the AEW Women's World Championship. And with capturing the AEW Women's World Championship, she's come up short every single time. And every single time, it was like, all right, well, when's she going to do it? And at the end of the year, she would eventually crash out and lose her mind and take time off, and she would lose all her titles in the process. But now we had the Mercedes return as the wild card, and she's coming to rectify what was wrong and finally potentially win the big one. Now, Maya World, up and coming star in AEW, Maya World got that upset victory over Athena, and Mercedes and Athena would attack her after the match. And it's something that I'm looking forward to seeing because, like I said, like there's an image out there of the two, and Maya World really looked up to Mercedes. So when we had these storylines, it's very interesting to see that actually happening because these women nowadays, they're at the point where they're wrestling their heroes, and that is one of the best storylines you can actually tell in wrestling here. Now, I do not think Maya World is going to win this match at all. I do think that Mercedes will finish the story, but I do think this will be one hell of a match. And I love the video package they actually shot for this on Dynamite. I'm not going to play it because I'm not sure if the AEW copyrights things, but you know, like I got the picture up right here. Like these two, like Maya World. When's this picture from? This is from last year, and the caption is young Moné raised me. Look at the two. Look at them. Let me see here. Look at them. Check them out. that's Maya World and Mercedes. You know, she's a fan of Mercedes. You know, Mercedes is at the point where she's wrestling the women that looked up to her, and I am very much looking forward to this match and looking forward to what happens at Forbidden Door between these two. And again, I'm going to go with Mercedes winning the Owen Hart Cup, going back to Owen Hart Cup, going back to back. But I do think that Maya World will put on a hell of a show, and Maya World will make a name for herself in the process. She is in the ring with Mercedes, and we already know Mercedes is going to make you look good, and she doesn't necessarily have bad matches. So looking forward to that. And let me know what you guys think in the comments. Will Mercedes go back to back and defeat Maya World and go on to face the AEW Women's World Champion this summer? Let me know what you guys think in the comments.